Okay, I've just arrived at the first national park in the United States. Do you know what that is?
Head southeast toward Robert Reamer Avenue. Head northeast on US 89 North toward 2nd Street South.
Just arrived at Yellowstone National Park. I entered from the north side, coming in from Gardner, and this is the scenery. I'm actually about a little between 15 and 20 minutes away from Mammoth Hot Springs, which is, I think, kind of the official beginning of Yellowstone.
See ya.
Hello.
Hi, I have a 27-foot RV. Can I drive this here? No. Okay,
Nope.
glad I asked.
Yeah.
So, can I walk there from here?
To the upper terraces, can you walk from here?
Is that where we are? Okay.
Yeah. So we're right here. You can walk to the lower terraces
Okay.
and then hike up.
Okay.
I would not recommend walking this road. It's extremely narrow.
Oh, I don't want to do
which is
that.
why I don't want your car to drive down that road.
No. So I can walk around here at least.
Yes, on
and
the dash lines. Yeah. Those are the boardwalks.
on the boardwalks. And then in general in Yellowstone, where can I not drive my RV?
You can't drive your RV on like any of these like extra roads. These like new these. That is where you cannot drive your RV.
So that these little black lines,
Little
and where
black
else?
lines, and then the Blacktail Plateau Drive.
Okay, and this one here.
Yeah. And then this one. Any
Virginia
road that's
Can-
not the main road,
main
I
road.
would not recommend taking your car on.
Okay. How will the drive? I'm staying in Canyon Village. I want to go to Lamar Valley early in the morning. Is this going to be a scary drive to do in the semi-darkness?
Did you drive this road, the north entrance road, to get in?
From Gardner.
How
Yeah.
did you feel on this road in your car?
It was good because it was so slow, I was going so slow, so it was okay.
Yep.
But people were, piling up behind me, which makes me nervous. I don't like that.
So
but
this road has pull-offs for you to, like, if people are behind you,
okay.
turn off the road, let them pass.
Okay. Cool.
This one will be a little bit wider than this road and a little less super tight turns. It's going to be
good.
longer,
Oh.
but it's not as, like, very tight turns like this one.
Oh, okay. Sure, that should be doable. Is there animals? I mean, going on right now? Somebody said they were here a couple days ago and they saw nothing.
There's wildlife. We like to say that...
Are they seasonal? Do
agreed
they
to-
come out when?
They agreed to be here, but didn't sign a contract that they'd show up every day. So they're around.
Okay.
The best time to see them is the morning.
The
or
morning. So
evening.
try to get up there really early because I don't want to drive in the dark. So I guess I'll do the morning.
Yeah.
And is it true you can see wolves here in Slow Creek?
Yep, in Slough Creek there are wolves that have denned in this area in previous years, including
Okay.
this year.
I was able to get through the north entrance gate very quickly. Not a long wait at all. It's the day after Labor Day, so I tried to time it so it wouldn't be as crazy. Cars were starting to pile up behind me, but matter of fact, driving up here, cars were piling up behind me because I was going the posted speed limit, which was 25 and 15 around the curves. But whenever there was a pullout, I would just utilize the pullout and be fine there, and then I could mosey along at my own pace. Now, oh, and I forgot to mention, I couldn't film it, of course. Both hands were on the wheel. But we saw, I think, I'm not sure if they were pronghorn sheep or elk, actually. They had horns. They were standing right by the side of the road. So that was cool, a cool sighting. And supposedly, well, I shouldn't say supposedly, a lot of times around here, around the Mammoth Hot Springs area, elk hang out a lot. So far I haven't seen any. But this is a boardwalk hike. That's what I'm gonna do. It's a really beautiful day. It's only, oh, I don't know what the temperature is. Probably in the upper 70s with a nice breeze. It was perfect. All right, I just found out that that is called Liberty Cap. This is called Devil's Thumb. I smell the sulfur. I forgot where I was. I thought for a second I was down below that we were near vault toilets, but what's this?
And then he'll do. You would think this is
Thermophiles thrive in this hot spring here.
Okay.
And they can create a tapestry of color. And they're heat-loving microorganisms, these thermophiles. And they prosper amid the gases and the heat, conditions that are lethal to humans. I stopped at this historic landmark called the Obsidian Cliff. And so you have granite, common rhyolite, and then obsidian, which forms from basically lava flow. So it looks like this. I guess you have to walk to the obsidian cliff. Okay, it's beautiful. I think that's the obsidian cliff there, which Native Americans was important to them. They used it for their weaponry and ceremonial objects. There's a nice little river. So this is what some of the things Native Americans used them for. Arrowheads, spear points, awls. Glass tools. It's volcanic glass basically, and they used it for tool making. says here on the kiosk, on the signboard, prehistoric people must have prized Yellowstone Obsidian, for they traded it extensively. Sometimes it traveled remarkable distances. A burial mound in Ohio, 1,500 miles east of Yellowstone, contained ceremonial blades made of the obsidian quarried from this cliff. That's neat. I truly adore having my rig with me, because sometimes you need a bathroom and there's no bathroom around, so just absolutely love having my home with me. It's awesome. Oh, I can't believe what a beautiful day it is today, weather-wise. It's perfect. Just stopped at an overlook called Norris Basin, which features a lot of thermal areas, and I'm going to go visit that at some point here. Not today. It's getting a little late. It's about 4 in the afternoon, and I have yet to get to my campground and check in. So far, it's been a pretty beautiful drive for sure. Smelling a lot of sulfur smell. But this is beautiful. Well, it's pretty great. I just went to my campsite and it's nice and level. I'm glad I asked them for a level site. And I'll show you when I go back, or tomorrow. And then easy parking at Artist Point, my first overlook. And the lady at the campground said, you know, go about 6:30 p.m. and crowds may not be so bad. And she's right, there's plenty of parking here for me. So I think there's a little trail to see some waterfalls. Quite beautiful. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's beautiful how the late in the day sun is hitting that golden rock and capturing the beautiful color of that rock. Let's get a little closer. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Yeah, I can see why they call it Artist Point, because it looks like an artist painted this. That is astonishingly beautiful. It's very fantasy movie like. Wow, I've never seen anything like this before. Oh my goodness. They sent this photo to a cousin of mine, and she was asking if that's snow or a waterfall, and it's actually neither. It's just the color of the mountain, that white. But amazing. I can hear waterfalls from here. The sun is behind me, so this is the best angle to shoot this gorgeous area. I'm at Artist Point, which I think I already mentioned. And I'm wondering if this is why they call it Yellowstone, because I've already seen this stone that looks yellow and golden. Just stunning. And the sunlight is hitting this side perfectly. Behind me is a nice waterfall, but it's hard to get a good shot because the sun is going right into the camera, unfortunately. They call this area the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. You can see why. I mean, this whole area that I'm exploring right now. Walking over, I think I'm closer to the big waterfall now. Oh my God, this guy's up on the rock. Whoa. I'm so pleasantly surprised that it's not busy. You know, they say with Yellowstone you've got to get to places early or late around dinner time, and it is dinner time, so I think I timed this one good. I plan on trying to get out as early as I can in the morning. We'll see how I do. I'm pretty tired, but hopefully I'll get to sleep early tonight and can get up early. Well, I'm kind of run out of light. Well, I am at Norris Geyser Basin, and I'm just getting my first look at the fumaroles, and it's like watching a pot of boiling water. It's beautiful already. So I see people way down there, so it looks like I've got a ways to walk down. I got here before 10 a.m. In fact, I got here at 9 a.m. and no problem for parking. Just had a little bit of breakfast and was on my way. Just gonna get a sulfur steam facial. Definitely has a sulfur smell. Whoa. Yeah, really strong smell. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. It's kind of bizarre. Actually, I could see this one in the distance when I was driving here, because the plume goes up so high. Okay, I'm gonna need a shower after this, because I'm gonna smell like sulfur after this. The steam is blowing right on me. Oh my gosh. It's so bizarre. The sound.
Water boiling. Right. That's when you stop at the place that's coming into the night.
I'm not sure if that's the Steamboat Geyser or not. It seems to be the biggest one here, so perhaps it is. It doesn't have any set times that it goes off like Old Faithful. And in fact, I think the sign said the last one was way back in April that it actually went off. Yeah, you can actually hear the crackling. It's a very otherworldly, surreal landscape. Kind of bizarre. So what I've just been on is the porcelain basin loop. So that's what I've been showing you. And this milky color is because of minerals deposited here. This is the fastest changing area in Norris Geyser Basin. This is incredibly cool. Last night was sublime with those views of the waterfalls and Yellowstone. And this is a completely different landscape. Wow. This is incredible. Never seen anything like this before. I'll admit I was a little nervous on portions of the boardwalk where there was no, fence like this. I was fearful that somebody would accidentally knock me into the hot, steaming water.
Is a model of the geyser, of the thermal.
So what I thought was Steamboat Geyser was not over there in the Porcelain Basin loop. I'm now in the back basin loop at Norris Geyser Basin, and I'm going to be coming up to Steamboat Geyser pretty soon. And it's the eruptions are unpredictable, and it can be 50 years or more before it erupts, but when it does, it can go up to 300 feet high, and it's one of, I believe, the hottest geysers in Yellowstone in any case. And it says on the sign that when it does go off, it can last for days, if not weeks. Right now, when the Steamboat Geyser is not going full throttle, it can do a geyser up to 40 feet. All right, there it is, Steamboat Geyser. It's not nearly as loud as the one over on the other side. Interesting.
The other one, Iceland. This one's not acidic. It's pH neutral. And yes, the boiling water is predictable. Nothing here is. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. You too.
So she was saying this is actually the largest geyser in the world when it does go up to 300 feet.
Does anybody have any other questions?
And when
before I
it-
head back down the trail?
You don't sit here and watch this just for days.
For an hour or so. Then I have to continue. Nice flashes. There's actually 2 vents on this geyser. Well, you all have a lovely day in Yellowstone.
So the park ranger that was just here said that when it does go off with the water, it will go 6 times as high as these trees here. So up to 300 feet high. Now there's a good splash of water. She said right now they can go up to 20 to 25 feet. The last time this went off was in April 14th, but the park was not open yet, I guess, and the park rangers weren't here, but somebody was here, and so they witnessed it. But she said that the water can last a few minutes. She said this is actually a bigger geyser than Old Faithful, obviously, if it's the biggest geyser in the park. She said if this was to go off right now to its fullest height, we would want to get off this platform and get further away from it, because the steaming hot water come raining down on us. Steamboat Geyser.
It looks like it could go any second the way the steam is also coming out so quick. Yeah, it is. Definitely. Maybe that's why they call it steam.
Tallest geyser in the world right there. Amazing. So it's interesting, it says that the eruptions can occur anywhere from 4 days to 50 years apart for Steamboat Geyser. And Old Faithful is the only geyser here that is predictive, that's relatively predictable. But an earthquake could disrupt Old Faithful's pattern. This geyser is 2 to 3 times taller than Old Faithful when it goes. I could tell it was really hot there at Steamboat because I was getting hot. Too hot. Oh, that's pretty. Probably the prettiest spring here, though, is I'm sure it is, Grand Prismatic Spring, which I will be seeing in a few days. So this is its baby sister. I wonder if this, this reminds me, of course, when I go to a hot springs or hot spa, hot spring spa, that sulfuric acid smell. So I'm thinking that it's good for me to be breathing this in. I don't know. Here's a picture of Steamboat Geyser when it erupted on May 2nd, 2000, but this was the steam phase. I think it starts with, steam and then the water, and then it goes back to steam. You can see it's pretty tall. Wow, this one's trippy. Well, I just made the decision to not do the longer back basin trail. I think it's 1.6 miles. I still have some other things that I want to see. I'm getting too hot. I got to get back to my rig and take off some of these layers. And I want to save my energy because I still got some walking to do later. So I feel happy with what I saw. It's an awesome, awesome landscape. Really surreal. The thing that's interesting about this is it sort of engages all of your senses, your visual, your audio, your audio, you know, I'm hearing like a crackling and bubbling and your nose, because of all the smells, it really engages all of your senses. I'm even sort of tasting the acid in my mouth. The steam is going into my face and tasting that sulfuric acid. I'm kind of liking this back basin just because it's a little less busy with people than the Porcelain Basin loop was. Well, I was just reading a sign about this. It's called the Mammoth Geyser, and sadly, early visitors of the park tossed in, for some reason, big rocks. I can see a couple there. There's a couple of rocks there. And so it kind of changed the geyser, because it used to go off every minute up to 30 to 40 feet high. But with them the visitors tossing rocks into it, it changed it. So, you know, it's very thoughtless of them. And they can't fix it because it would require heavy equipment, and then it would just do even more damage, so it can't be fixed. There's probably a lot more rocks inside there, and so it's just blocking the way, I guess. I'm glad I chose to stay here for 3 nights, and then I'm going to be staying in the more southern portion for 3 nights, I think. And I'm glad I allowed myself plenty of time. I'm glad I don't have to rush around the park trying to see everything, you know, in one day. I'd be exhausted. It's a lot of walking. And to sit down and rest, you know, this higher elevation, I think we're nearly at 8,000, so I'm feeling it for sure. So I'm just glad I allowed myself plenty of time to explore, and I don't have to rush and overexhaust myself. Whew, okay, just got back to the rig and took off layers and trying to cool down. Definitely hot down there with all the steam vents. My hair is plastered down because I was wearing my hat and I'm sweating. I could really use a shower. So I talked to a park ranger just now, and I asked him about a couple spots I wanted to go visit. And he said, you probably at this time of day, because I think it's almost noon, he said, probably this time of day you're not going to find parking with your RV, because I think they're smaller lots. He said the best time to go and see stuff is, you know, after 5 o'clock, because that's when people tend to be heading back or going for dinner and stuff. So, not sure what I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to have a spot of lunch and then head back to the campground. Maybe take a nap, maybe take a shower, because I really sweat a lot down there. And then maybe head out after 5 to see more of those beautiful waterfalls that I saw some of last night. And maybe drive over to Hayden Valley, which is supposed to be where you can see some wildlife. But my plan is to get up early, really early tomorrow, and drive to Lamar Valley, which is the Serengeti of the West, where all the animals are. And the ranger says, I don't recommend that you know, a lot of people say get there before sunrise, but that means you're driving in the dark on a pretty, you know, hairpin road with steep drop-offs and stuff. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. So he said, you know, wait till there's enough light for you to see. He says, unfortunately, last night a bison was killed because somebody was driving too fast at night, and they killed the bison and totaled their car. He says, I find that people here in the park, you know, tend to exceed the speed limit, and that's unfortunate because the wildlife get killed. So Even this morning on my way here, you know, all the signs posted said 45, 35, 25. I was going the speed limit, so of course cars are piling up behind me. But one guy in kind of a sports car, you know, passed me up, and he was going, you know, 15 miles above the speed limit at least. So, people. This is the view out my door. I'm looking at the Serengeti of the Americas. It's called Lamar Valley in Yellowstone. And I've driven here early this morning to hopefully see some wildlife. I'm about to walk up to the spot where I see a lot of people, so there must be something that they're viewing. But it's really beautiful, isn't it? It was a beautiful drive here.
You need to carry a chair with you. No, it's a person.
Well, you're supposed to be able to spot wolves and bison and bear here, but I don't see anything with the naked eye at all. I talked to a local, and they said they were here a few days ago and there was no animals, so I don't see any. Maybe they are gone. Well, I hung out at that spot for about 20 minutes, and one bison.
That's it?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was so far away, it was even hard to see it in the binoculars.
Oh. Well, there's lots of bison ahead that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
And big herds.
Big herds. Okay, good.
That way.
Going that way. I haven't gone that way yet.
And there's pronghorn. Herds of pronghorn.
So as I was saying, I was there, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, and I just saw one bison, and it was even hard to see it with my binoculars, my new binoculars that I purchased just for this. More powerful ones. So it's a little disappointing because they're supposed to be able to see wolves and bears and bison there, but I didn't see anything but bison. But I was just told that further up the road here are some bison and pronghorn sheep. So the challenge with my RV is, of course, finding parking. Now this RV got lucky with a spot there. So I kind of had to park further down and walk in the roadway, which isn't my ideal way. Oh, it's a pretty good sizable herd of buffalo. I'm maxed out on the distance on my phone, so I can't get any closer than this. Sorry. I was looking at them through my binoculars, and they swished their tails, and I saw birds hitching a ride on their backs. I saw young ones. I saw a huge male. There's pronghorn sheep also grazing behind them. I can't help but look at a bison and think of their prehistoric ancestors. Blackfeet Nation up near Glacier are trying to bring back buffalo because they're an iconic sacred symbol to them. And in fact, I think there are efforts to bring back bison in general. I also got to see a bald eagle in the stand of trees, but it was so far away I could really only just make out its brown body and white head. But neat to know there was one nearby.